What's one truth people aren't ready to hear?
That they're the problem.
Oh,
Like they are the problem.
Altevrse episode 1, success. You get me?
Charles in the hat. And yeah, man.
Hey, welcome to MTV Cribs. We about to go outside and I'm about to show you.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Altevrse. And right now, we got a very special guest. We got my boy, Mr. Floyd Zion, man.
Yo, what's good?
How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm feeling good.
You know, I see the swag always. Always swagged up.
Thank you, man.
How's your Sunday been?
It's been good, man. This has been a busy weekend. Good busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been solid.
Yeah, just moving through, creating, hustling, grinding,
celebrating, just showing up,
Yeah.
as needed.
Yeah. So something that you do, you make people feel, and I low-key already asked you this, but how do you feel right now? Like, how you feeling in this moment?
I'm feeling like I'm embarking on something. I don't know what yet, but I feel like the tides are turning a little bit. So just kind of getting prepped for what could come.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, like an anticipation, like something's about to drop, but nothing's really about to drop.
But that's a good feeling, though.
Yeah.
Because it keeps you on, like,
on your toes. That's
it
kinda
keeps you on your toes.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I really just want to start off by saying that, like, something that I've noticed about you is that you really care about art, like you care about the art, but like the full art from like the sonic to the way that it's presented, like the whole thing, the cover art. I can tell that you're very like meticulous down to the little details. And when I see something like that, it makes me curious about this person's earliest context, So like, give me a little bit of a summary about like where you're from and how,
Shit. I mean, like, I feel like as it relates to art, I think like I was just born like an artist. Like I started off just drawing as a kid. I was born like in California, actually. My parents are Nigerian, so I moved to Nigeria. But like the first art form that I took in was like actually just fine art drawing.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. So that was like my intro. Then when I got to Nigeria, like I begged my parents for a guitar. At that point, it was just like performing. Like I didn't even care to play the guitar. I would just be like performing with it and stuff like that.
Wait, what do you mean by performing?
Like just acting like there was a crowd, like standing on my bed, jamming out, like type shit, just like ghost playing and stuff like that. Like literally just like performing. Wasn't playing like actual music, but I was writing music. I started writing music when I was in Nigeria. Cause like my cousins, like my older cousins, they like rapped and stuff like that. So I was like, really just wanting to be like them. So I just started writing songs and stuff like that. Just literally making songs. When I moved to Houston, after that, that's when I really got serious in like playing the guitar and just writing. And producing. So I feel like I've like dabbled in like a lot of the different forms of art. Yeah. So that's why I kind of like take all of them like serious in a way.
Wait. Let's rewind. So you were born in California. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
And then you moved to Nigeria.
Yeah.
At what age are you like moving from California to Nigeria?
I moved to Nigeria when I was 8 years old from California. So I was growing up here, like elementary, all that shit or whatever. But I moved there at 8, and then like started going to school. My dad, like he was like doing politics out there at the time. So it was like a random move. Like it was summer vacation, and I ended up spending like 3 years over there.
Whoa. But I feel like 8 years old is like early enough to where you're still very young.
Yeah.
But old enough to where you have
like, what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, what's going on. You've developed some like character and some of your like personality traits.
For sure. for sure.
Whoa.
Yeah, it made things like very interesting, especially because I wasn't expecting to like live in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So it was like I'm talking about like the biggest culture shock you could ever like kind of just come across, you know what I'm saying, like that. And so
I did not expect that.
Yeah, so that like was like a shocker. I had to just kind of like grow with like kind of redefine myself low key at a young age, because I was like in a whole new place, and so I had to like get reacclimated like very early. Do you know what I mean?
But do you feel like being at such a young age and moving to like a whole other continent, literally, do you feel like that helped you kind of understand how to navigate different places? Because like, what was that experience like for you?
Yeah, I mean, like when I first, obviously I was just young, so like I hated it. Like I just I just fucking hated it. I wanted to go back, like quote unquote home or whatever. And but then after I realized like, no, I'm staying here, like just by not even choice. I just had to get used to it. I had to adapt. You get what I'm saying? So it was just like I learned how to adapt, I guess, like very early, like, or just kind of get over yourself. A lot of things that, you know, I feel like people hold on to, and it's like it's not that deep, because other places they'll show you like different shit. You get what I'm saying? So you got to represent. You got to choose what you actually really represent, if that makes sense.
That's powerful.
You know what I'm saying?
Some sound for that. So perspective,
for sure.
which I think a lot of people are missing. You know, I feel like that's, especially being a creative, like I feel like that's kind of a superpower for you, and a superpower for all creatives, is allowing yourself to be in different environments and look through different vantage points. Because then I think it has an impact on the way that you approach the art. You know?
Yeah, so, I mean, sometimes it could get very confusing in the studio because I'm like over influenced by like a bunch of different stuff and sounds and stuff like that. But yeah, I think it definitely just like helps in just like navigating just fucking day to day and just like life.
Yeah,
you know, which is like really what being an artist is. It's really just being able to like shape life into something. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's kind of vast in that.
And then you move from Nigeria to Houston.
Yeah.
When you go to Houston, are you like, I'm back? Or are you like used to Nigeria at this point, and then Houston is another shift?
Yeah, Houston, me moving to Houston again, another summer vacation, unexpected, didn't expect to just start living there. So I was expecting to go back to Nigeria when I came to Houston. So it was still like another shock, because it was like, I'm just not ready, you know? So but then like, I'm going to school daily, so it's like, okay, I gotta fucking get ready. I gotta start wearing. This was the first time I like was at a public school in my whole life when I moved to Houston. So now I had to like pick my clothes up
different
every day. I'm like, yo, I'm like used to just being told what to wear.
Yeah,
you know. So like going from that to just like picking your clothes out every day. First, that shit was exhausting. Like I was like, what the fuck?
What's the?
Yeah, like it was exhausting. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Nah, that's crazy. So, but this is because along this track, your musical ability is improving, right? Because you've been practicing the guitar from this age.
At this time, like I'm just a dreamer. Like to be honest, I don't even have no way of knowing. I'm not like overly ambitious about nothing. I'm just like knowing that like I just gonna like be in front of people and like be entertaining in some capacity. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't even know what that looks like at that moment. I'm just like, you know, just
living, but you have this feeling, inside of you,
exactly.
But you're playing the guitar though.
Yeah, I started playing the guitar like just very loosely. I didn't get really, really serious till like high school, and then I was really just like addicted to playing the guitar.
Yeah, but you're not writing yet, or
I started writing like immediately, because what it was is that I always was writing. I just didn't have no music. So then once I started learning how to like play the guitar, it was like I started writing songs like immediately, or like learning other people's riffs and writing songs to them and shit like that. So it just kind of like became something. But I was just writing stuff and like giving them to like people that can sing and stuff and just playing the guitar.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
So what sound were you making?
Man, like my songs that I think I was just making like pop kind of songs. Like I was just making like shit like Jason Mraz.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like fucking just little doodles or whatever. But just literally usually just trying to like capture some or tell some kind of story. Tell some kind of like emotion or some shit like that. Like that was what I was kind of just using. So I don't even know what it would be like classified as, but yeah, I would just like make some chords, write some music to it, give it to the homie, like, yo, sing this.
Do this. But you're still just a dreamer. You're not thinking music is my path. You're just like,
this time it's starting to a little bit like convert, like, damn, like I really want to be just like a guitarist. Like I want to be playing a guitar for like ever type shit. Yeah.
So do you feel like constantly moving kind of shaped your identity? Or like how has constantly moving shaped your identity?
For sure. I think like I feel like with me, I'm a bit less attached to a lot of things than other people. Yeah. Because I've had to like move around a lot and been forced to like disattach. Was that a word? Yeah. Detach. What the fuck? I've been forced to like detach. Please don't clip that, yo. That's gonna be crazy. But I've been forced to detach like a lot at an early age, but like without judging it too hard and just like having to kind of like get with it, you know? So I think like it definitely helps me navigate and just see things like from like a whole perspective a lot than just me or just like a small like viewpoint on something, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. So how does this is like kind of unrelated to music, but when you said that, I kind of thought of that. Because how does this show up in relationships? Because do you feel like who hurt you? Like, do you feel like this is something that, do you feel like it makes it hard to get attached to people?
I think it makes it, I think I because of that, one downfall is probably like I have a lot of like social deficiency in a way. Like I'm kind of socially awkward in a certain way because those things I think help when you're kind of like at a still distance. It doesn't necessarily help when people are trying to get really close to you. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Because then that's when a lot of these things actually
they show up.
They backfire. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, it's like as long as you're just like waiting outside my door, then it's cool. But as soon as you come like, in the apartment, then it's like it's just a mess in here.
Because you know what's crazy about that? Because now it's crazy as you're talking, the dots are connecting in my head. Because you, like, something that I've noticed about you just kind of from a distance. And I didn't even think about this until right now, this moment. But, like, everybody knows you, but you're always alone.
Exactly.
You know? Like, I just thought of that right now. Like, everybody see you, what's up, but I always see you come to a place by yourself. Right. I always see you leave by yourself. I always see you kind of pick your place and kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly. It's literally kind of like that, where it's like, I'm going to know like a lot of fucking people, but no, like that's where it gets like, I feel like a little difficult. I be finding it hard even like being able to like break that next boundary, like outside of like kind of the surface a lot. Yeah. You get me?
Yeah. Huh. That's interesting. That makes a lot of sense. It's funny because I feel like I kind of see that show up in my life too, maybe in a different context than you, but I also like kind of moved around from place to place. Right. Just a little bit different for you, but kind of moved around. And I feel like I'm very open and like I have a lot of people that I know. And this is something that I'm working on because I actually see immense power in community and like people and like letting people in. Like freaking Helen, like I'm always asking her, I'm like, bro, how do you just have people at your house all the time? Right. How do you do that? And she's like, invite people. And my brain can't comprehend that it's that easy. Yeah. You know, like my brain can't comprehend that I can just pick up my phone and be like yo, pull up. and then just vibe with no reason to pull up, you know?
I know.
Like, I'm like, I gotta have it set up for them. I gotta have some games. I gotta have, yeah.
Off, right.
Like, I can just call someone and be like, pull up, and they just pull up, and we're just there existing, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, I gotta get a little bit more normalcy going on for real.
Nah, that's yeah. So something that you said, and I feel like you kind of touched on this, but you said that you've always been a transplant. Like, what does that mean to you? Like, what does that statement mean to you?
Well, what I mean when I tell people that is that, so I feel like when people, like, as a transplant, you have to audition, like, for like friendships, like for instance, I'll go like move into a new city, and like a lot of my friend groups, they're a friend group from the past. You get what I'm saying? So like me coming in, I'm like having to like show why I'm like belonging, which going back to the point where I was saying, like, then you got to pick and choose, like, what do I stand for? Right? Like, what do I tell people off the top? Like, oh, this is what I'm about. You get what I'm saying? Because you're coming into people's spaces. You get what I'm saying? So I've always like came into people's spaces and then like finding myself within that too, because I'm still growing. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm making choices and then also seeing what these choices, like, you get me, like, come out of what comes out of these choices in a way. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel like that just kind of gives a different perspective because, for instance, like, if I meet somebody, right, I come into town, I meet somebody, I shake their hand, I'm taking that handshake as like law. They might just be taking it as a dap. This is their city. They dap niggas all the time. Yeah. But me as a transplant, like, this is my first real handshake. Yeah. So if we say like, oh, let's link on Wednesday, like I'm dead ass on that Wednesday. Yeah. You might be like, nigga, is it Wednesday or Friday? I forgot I even said that we was lit, like, type shit. And I'm like, nah, like, Wednesday. Yeah. I have it on my fucking calendar because this is a possible first friend, homie, whatever the fuck. You get what I'm saying? And so the weight of things already are like scaled differently.
It's different. Yeah.
If that makes sense.
That makes complete sense. No, actually I understand that. And I've always thought of that, but I feel like I never articulated it quite like that. Especially the first sentence that you said where you're like, yo, I'm coming into this city where people already have their friend groups made. It's like a high school all over again and being the new kid. Exactly. But in real life.
You're getting transferred. Like, you're like, dog, I'm about to be a senior. You get transferred to a whole other school.
No school. Like,
all right, I got it.
These niggas known each other since they were like 13, 12, you know?
You get me? So, yeah. That's kind of what I think, like, what I mean, because I think that's why, like, a lot of my, like, friends and stuff, they're wondering why a lot of times, like, I be intense about stuff. And I'm like, nah, some of these things are dead serious to me. Mm-hmm. Like, I get it. Like, you're not looking at it like that. But this is, like, if I say, yo, you're my bro, like, you're my bro. That. Yeah. So I don't know how you're looking at it or counting it. But how I'm looking at it is, like, I have to count on it. Yeah. You get what I mean?
I feel like that intensity, though, it shows up in the music, which I kind of want to transfer. I want to piggyback into this because I never got into. So at what point are you like, because I know you were a dreamer, but at what point are you like, all right, now, like, I'm doing music for real. Like, now I'm in the studio.
So I was
practicing now for real.
16. So like my story was like, it went from like inspo, because I was just inspired off Michael Jackson, like the biggest person in life to me. Like same. I used to, like, my mom used to be so mad because I would like wear like his kind of outfits, which means I'll wear boots that were too tight and shit like that. My mom would be like, yo, you better change. And I'd be like, nah, like, I'm going outside. I put a glove on my
the glove?
Okay. Glove on the hand. Like, I'd be like really on that shit. So I was just on some like, yo, I just want to perform type shit. So it went from like dreaming to like, all right, like, once I saw, I'm watching like the MTV Awards one day. This is like shit, I was like 16 or something. I'm watching the MTV Awards, and Paramore's performing, and their lead guitarist Josh Farrow at the time, he does like this solo at the VMAs, and like the crowd breaks out and like runs at his feet, and he's just killing this shit, and I'm like, oh, I got to do that. Like I have to do that type shit. So that was when it like clicked, like, okay, like I can just like fucking just get into this and like really like do music like on the main stage and shit like that. So that's where like it started becoming more real. And then when I got to college, it was when I started recording music like for the first time with a couple of homies, and like they taught me like programs, and we like,
what program did you start on?
Shit. At that time it was like, I think like Ableton had just dropped type shit. So like we started on Ableton. At this point, like I've done like all the DAWs and stuff, but like I think it was like, I want to say it was like early Ableton when it just looked like completely hideous.
Yeah.
One of the homies, he was good at it, and he would just like record us and stuff. And then I think the other homie had like Logic or GarageBand or
That's
some
what
shit.
I'm Logic.
You know what I'm saying?
Logic.
Yeah. So now I record on Logic.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like that one's like suit me better.
It just feels natural for recording. It
feels natural and shit. So yeah, but I think we started on Ableton and just started like recording songs. And at that point, we were just like a like hip hop kind of like group or whatever. And I would be like playing instruments.
So that's what you started making hip hop music.
I honestly just kind of started as like the hype man, like slash like instrument, like because people at the school fucked with me. So I didn't even have like main parts. It was like mainly my homies, and I would have like maybe a 2-bar chant or like a little part. They were teaching me like how to like actually like record and write and do like putting it all like together and stuff like that at that time. So I really kind of came on like on some just like hype shit. Like for real.
Cause now your sound is very, very much transition. It's like this, I would call it like, it's more of like an emotion, like this kind of alternative, like emotion of a sound.
That's fire.
So is that where you started off like hype hip hop, and then did you right away go into this alternative sound, or you kind of leveled into that?
Yeah, I just kind of like, this is kind of the stuff I feel like I've always ideally just from forever was like trying to kind of like be on like connected to and stuff. And then it just kind of took me finding myself like as an artist, because I came from just like trying to be a guitarist. Yeah. Like that to like having to be like a front man and an artist and all this stuff. So I had to like find myself, and I had to go through like phases, but I think I like went through my phases like above ground, so people like saw my sound transition and shit, because I wasn't like hiding from it. I was like actively just like doing what has felt good in the moment. And then like, cause you lived in Nigeria at such a young age. Yeah. So how did you not become like an Afro artist? You know, like how did you become what we have today? I think one, like the Nigerian music that like I grew up on is very different from like the Afro beats, like stuff that's now, right? Yeah. Like the Nigerian music that I grew up on is honestly a lot closer to like Spanish, like classic like Spanish music. Like, where the drums and like the beats are fast, and you got these like twangy guitar sounds and stuff like that, like Makossa and stuff like that. So that music was like very different. And I think when I started like really like just getting into my sound, finding my sound, was when I was like, by that time Afrobeats was still like a baby, you know? And I was already just like in love with just like being vast and like the all world. Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. So this is how you did music. Also, it's funny because when I think about like my path as an artist, like I literally kind of like a similar way. I literally started off as like a SoundCloud rapper. Like I was on all that type of stuff, like rap, da 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 da.
I feel like you gotta go through that.
Yeah, you gotta go through that phase.
Low-key, like every rite of passage. Like if we can't find your bars, how do you explain what you're doing today? Now, especially if you're like black. Like I don't care what you do now, but like if you're black, if you don't have a 16 out there that people can dig up.
Oh, I got multiple.
You get what I'm saying? It's like, dog, what are we doing?
But then I was like, yo, the frequency was off, bro.
Yeah.
Because music is spiritual.
Right.
And my real life was reflecting the music that I was making, you know? And it got to a point where it started to scare me. And I was like, oh, I can't play a character here. You know, like I have to just be me.
Exactly.
And who's gonna like it is who's gonna like it, who's not gonna like it, who's not gonna like it. But the people that like it are the people that I want to be around.
Right. Yeah, it low key is that where it's like you could get an imposter syndrome, and then if you think about it, like 10 years ahead, it's like, can I see myself growing
being
within this
in
sound?
this?
You get me?
Yeah.
And I think that's when I switched it. Like I think I was cool with doing some of the stuff I was doing in the moment, but then when I thought like far ahead, like what do I want to be kind of like performing like and how do I want to grow the music over time? It was like, nah, I want to expand like early, you know what I'm saying? And really like,
because it's funny because your first tape, Pink by Floyd.
Yeah.
Is that your first tape, or you have projects before that?
I had projects. My first project was in 2018, called Artist Unknown.
Oh, snap.
Pink Floyd was my first like album, like official, like album.
Official. Mm-hmm. Okay, because whenever I listen to that project, I actually hear a lot of elements of hip hop.
Oh yeah,
more so than Who Hurt You.
Oh, for sure.
And it's also dope to me because I feel like Pink by Floyd is like more. How can I say it? How can I put? I don't even know how to put this in words, but it's more like this.
Yeah,
you know. But then you have like Your Belly. That's more like okay. This sounds like something that's gonna happen. Because then when I hear Who Hurt You, like Pink by Floyd sounds like this.
Right.
Who Hurt You sounds like this.
Exactly.
Like this is actually very cohesive, consistent. Like,
see, Who Hurt You? I mean, Pink by Floyd is like, that's like all my backgrounds coming into one. Like we're in the studio, like working on that project, and like we'll be halfway through a record, and I'm like, all right, now like switch the drums, low. I'm tired of like singing. Like I want to bar this, the rest of this to death. Oh no, I want to chant. Like I'm going crazy because at that point I was really trying to just throw all my ideas in like the kitchen sink and like figure out like what can still sound good. Like how all these tones, the different tones that I'm good at, like the different cadences and all this stuff. So I was just like blacking out, like low key in the studio, trying to make something and see like, okay, if I go super crazy initially, then I think people will be cool with wherever I go now from this point because I'm already showing all these different.
It's like this is a thing, and then from here we can.
Yes, so now we can go here. So if I do this kind of song, people aren't overly surprised. Go listen to this record. You heard a little bit of it over there. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Or if you listen to a song like Belly, you could see why I made like this kind of project.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it just kind of like was me just trying shit. Like, you know, I'm just going to really try and not like be fearful in the studio, not compose myself to a genre or like box myself in. Yeah. So that was what like Pink by Floyd was just like, like super experimental. But Belly, you see like a song like Belly, that's what's so interesting because we bumped into that record. Like a lot of those records, like Belly, we bumped into it when we're trying to find my sound. It wasn't like I was like, yo, I just wanted to create a song called Belly, actually. I just had a name.
Started with the name?
It started with the name. Crazy. I was just like, yo, I want to make a song called
Belly. Because I actually
Belly.
wondered why it was called that, but it makes sense listening to the song. But I don't know if it makes sense because that's what it is. Yeah. And I've just made sense in my brain, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And so, like, we stumped on that record, and, like, it was me and my boy Kahan, like, and we're just going between two chords. And I'm like, yo, these two chords sound good. All right, let's just sit there. All right, let's just kind of have these kind of drums on there, like da-da-da-da, like that. And so once like the song came like together and then I'm like writing to it, then we started using like songs like Belly to like catalyst like other songs. Then we built my sound. So now I can go to the studios and be like, yo, have you heard Belly? Like, okay, like
this is
now
what
you should kind
we
of
can
know,
kind of
like,
do around.
You get me? So I kind of like created my own inspiration.
So like a foundation.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you're like,
so,
this is where we're gonna start right here.
And so that's kind of what Pink by Floyd was like, I don't know what I don't know, so let me just go crazy and then let me see what I like, keep liking what grows and can be like something I'm down for, you know?
So when you're making a Belly, do you know that like, yeah, this song is gonna be like the one?
After, yeah, once it's done, like halfway, like once I got to the hook, once I did the first verse and the hook, I'm like, oh, this is a fucking ridiculous record. You know, even though we went and recorded it a bunch, re-recorded it, and like did a bunch of shit, but I knew like
off the foundation.
This is a strong like record. You know what I'm saying?
It's actually funny. My favorite song is actually Blueberry Skies.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
I don't know why. It's something about like, it's really the chord. Like there's like a guitar sound that just floats in my brain. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, this is like,
nah, that record, Blueberry Skies, like I remember recording that. I was actually like super listening to a lot of Radiohead at the time. And Weird Fishes, they got this song Weird Fishes that starts off with like the drums, and then like the beat comes on and stuff. And I was in the I was with the producer that day, and I was like, yo, I just need something that like kind of gives like something fresh, just like a little bit like that. And so yeah, we started working on Blueberry Skies and stuff like that, but it was like big inspo off like Radiohead.
Yeah, that checks out. That definitely checks out. And like, I know you're an artist, but something else that people know you for is modeling. You literally been on Sunset. Been on the billboards up there. Is that surreal as just a little Nigerian kid, you know what I'm saying? From freaking LA to Niger to Houston, like now you're on Sunset. Like how did the modeling start? Because you told me you stumbled into it.
Yeah, for sure. Like modeling was something.
And you weren't even dressing yourself at first. No, like in school, you had to learn to dress yourself.
So it's actually crazy because, yeah, I came from just like, I feel like being a bum, and especially in the fashion space. But I think like my sister, she's a actor, whatever. She's been in the field for a long time. And when I was in high school, I remember she would like reach out to like me and my little brother and be like, yo, like y'all should start modeling, like da-da-da. And I was like, fuck no, like that's soft. Like modeling? Like, I'm not on that. Like, cause I was like starting to see myself like as a musician. I'm like, yo, like I'm not about to be doing modeling. Like it's gonna hurt like what I'm doing on the music side. So I was always against modeling. And so I got into it just through a friend that just used to take photos of me, and she just submitted my like photos to an agency. And then the agency called me and was like, yo, we want to meet with you, this and that. And I was like, oh, I was skeptical or whatever. I ended up meeting with the agency, and I was super green behind the ears. Like I wasn't like ambitious as a model, so I didn't know nothing about auditioning, casting. I didn't know shit about anything. So they sent me on my first audition. I remember going there, like leaving work, just like as is, just dusty. Go to the audition. My agent calls me. She's like, yo, they want to see you again, like for this callback. And I was so pissed. I was like, yo, I just came from there. Like, why they want to see me again? And my agent's like, no, like a callback's a good thing. Like, this means like you're that much closer to getting the job and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, for sure. Go back in. Anyways, I ended up booking like my first audition, and it was a one-day shoot. And they paid me $10K.
Oh,
and I was like, oh shit! Like,
yeah, like okay, I just got 10 bands
for one day, and then that's when I started like discovering, like, all right, what is this thing? Like, I started I started
Money talks.
Yeah, I started looking things up.
Money
I started
talks.
finding about agencies. I started finding out like there's good agencies to be with and this and that. And so from there, then I started like kind of getting into it, and like it just kind of like took a world of its own to like doing Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week,
Hey,
commercials, fucking
Yeah.
billboards, and just it opened up
the
like
real thing.
the world to me, and just like, you know, a lot of experience and shit,
Yeah.
traveling a lot more and everything like that.
Yo, that's
yeah,
fine.
Yeah.
So what would you say to someone that's young and they like want to get into that?
Into modeling shit with with the way I came into it,
But not even want to
didn't
get
know.
into it actually, because you kind of stumbled into it for real. But if someone's in it, like,
Yeah.
what's some advice you would give to them?
Oh shit, man. I mean, really depend on how deep, but I would say like I would say just first try and do everything. Like there's so many different aspects to modeling. So first like learn about I think like some of the different like aspects, because there's like high fashion modeling, there's commercial modeling, there's print, there's there's all these different sectors. And I think first just kind of like learning where you kind of see yourself, and then attempting like still attempt everything, but also like knowing where you can see yourself, like if you ideally see yourself like when the commercials come on and you can kind of see yourself doing that, then like know that that's like commercial advertising and stuff like that, and know like the different like sectors. I think it helps than just like blatantly thinking like, oh, I just want to model, because it's so fucking vast. Like
Yeah.
you could be doing so many things. Some people are modeling, getting a lot of money, but they're not getting like shown on TV and doing things like that, and they're upset about it, so it's like really know what kind of
Where
like,
you want to be.
yeah, where you want to be, like, you know what I'm saying, or what you're trying to do with the space, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, because it's a job. Like at the end of the day, like it's a job. People are trying to make money, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's some good advice. I feel like that advice kind of translates to music too. Like, kind of know what you want to do, because it can get.
Oh, that's the most important thing for me right now.
Yeah.
I had to realize like I don't want what everybody wants out of this thing. I actually don't. And so because I've had ideal situations, signed to a label, this and that, but like I had to realize like what, like, not that any of those things are bad, I'll take those things, but I still need to also get what I kind of like want to do out of this, which I feel like isn't what is like advertised a lot these days. Like I'm still like very much in like being a real artist, being able to like be impactful and like stand for something, and not just like selfishly put myself on and just be in position that to like stun on niggas all day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, whenever, because I remember I went to your listening party for Who Hurt You.
Yeah.
And I remember the whole setup was just mad. I was like, what? Like, it was just a vibe, like, but it was very like art.
Yeah.
Like, like even you standing on the little, I don't even know what it
little
was. It
island.
was just a
Oh my
white
God, that was so
block, bro. And you had the guitar. I was like, bro, is anyone else seeing this? Like, this is really happening in front of us,
Yeah.
And I think something about that is it shows that you take pride in like still curating something, and like making people feel something. And like how do you hold on to that in a digital age?
Well,
Because I think
shit,
music is
man.
getting very, very more and more 30-second, 15-second.
Music
2
is in a like, as far as art, like it's so devalued. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah.
one of the most devalued like arts forms today, for sure. I think I can say that confidently. But with all that stuff, like even with the release, like I don't do it alone. Like Tina is right there, Tanny, like
Shout outs,
yeah,
Tina.
those are the people that like they're nuts. Like they're kind of nut cases as well in their own like aspect and stuff. So I think like because I live in a like world with them, we kind of create an ecosystem on our own that matters first before we even like are thinking about like the masses, the algorithm. Because I think like it's very easy to just do what is necessary to promote yourself like algorithmically, but
Yeah, because you do a great job of that too.
Thank you, yo.
Like, and I feel like that's rare. I feel like it's rather one or the other.
Type
like you
shit.
Take it from there to there.
Like we all. I feel like we all got jobs, right? Everybody has a job, and like you don't like every aspect of your job. So like doing the algorithm and stuff, like that's not necessarily the aspect of my job that I enjoy, but it has to be done. So I kind of just like look at it in that way. So I don't have that as much emotion when I'm in that space. Like that's just like I do what I need to do to get it done, and I know like those things are based on like time, consistency, and other stuff, not necessarily like what's in the fucking package, versus the stuff that we're like curating and things like that. That's like I don't care what. I'm not taking no feedback. Like we're taking like how we feel into consideration and like worrying about that first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's just like separation. I feel like.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cause even I remember you were telling me you tore your Achilles.
Yeah.
When shooting your last cover, right? Like
this whole project. So like. Yeah, the whole project Who Hurt You was like already a branded thing. And then I just happened to fucking
you manifested it.
Yeah, so I tore my Achilles like right before summer started, Memorial Weekend, and I was hooping. Oh no! Yeah, I was hooping just in case, like. But yeah, so tore my Achilles, and then but the next day we already scheduled to shoot the cover art.
Yeah.
For Who Hurt You. And so I was just kind of like, yo, we got too much shit like already like locked in. My boy Xavier Luggage, like he was already locked in to shoot it. He's a goated photographer. I was like, no, I'm not like wasting anybody's time. Like we just got to do it. So yeah, the next day we ended up still shooting the cover art. Luckily I wasn't in it. So it was like easier, I think, to get it done still, but all the footage that we shot, like the content that we shot for like the visuals for the project, which is like dropping soon, that I also did like just completely on crutches and shit like that, which kind of like
you
changed.
Gotta do what you gotta do though.
You get what I'm saying? But yeah, that's gonna be something that's dropping really soon. That's like the next thing that like I'm like overly excited about, but yeah, that whole story embodies like with me like fucking tearing my Achilles and everything like that too.
But I feel like that's adversity, And I think something that I've noticed, just like you talking about moving to the different places, having to accustom to new environments, music, this, hurting yourself. It seems like you're a person that's dealt with a lot of adversity, And like we always talk about the high moments, but like in your life, when you've fallen short, what is your inner voice saying? Like what is it saying to you? Like how do you get back on track from that?
Shit, man. I'm a very much like a person that's like I'm an existentialist, I think, for real, in like the truest form. So like as much things as we put in between like your start date and your end date, it's all just like it's just what we're doing to like buy this time in a way. So I feel like I be getting up because it's like if I'm not gonna get up, just die like today. Like just get the fuck out of here, low key. So to me, I don't know if that's crazy, but to me it's just kind of like
to the
I think like I think like as much as we do talk about life just as humans, like I think we also should respect death as well a lot more while we are here, because I think that would like let us live this life like a little better than just only harboring on the life part of it. I think if you harbor on the like, yo, you're gonna die. If I tell you that, then today I feel like you might take it a little bit serious. Yeah. You get me? Huh. And I know that's fucking crazy dark, but like I think like there's also like light in that. Because now like once I get past just like the word death and all that stuff, and I like take it for what it is, then I can maybe like take the person that's in front of me for who they are and just like be more intentional and not waste niggas minutes, because like this person that you're in front of, they're gonna die. So like, what you doing?
Yeah, that's actually interesting, because I feel like in my life that is something that I've had to learn to kind of look at, you know, because I feel like I've been afraid of that word and like kind of really looking at that concept, you know, just because I'm like, am I bringing it closer to myself, you know?
Right.
But I think you can't do that. I think you have to kind of change.
I mean, shit, well, every day we bringing it closer.
Yeah.
You get me? So it's like, as great as like you even want to wake up tomorrow, you're just getting closer, you know? So it's still the same thing. Like it's the same coin, you know what I mean? I think we just don't look at the other side like that because, you know, like you said, like we're just like, I'll worry about that like when it's time. But I think sometimes it's good to like let that refresh you a little bit, because you can get so fucking caught up like algorithm and all this stuff like that and be like, like that. But it's like, yo, if you just fucking take a step back and be like, yo, like the whole reason why I'm even participating is because this is just what I need to do while I'm in this bitch, then I feel like you can detach correctly so that you can like be like more like omnipresent to like what's really like happening
Going on.
You know what I'm saying? Like people. I think we discount people a lot just to like narrow down.
Interesting. I like that. Okay, so look, we're about to move into a segment, right? So I have this thing. It's called rapid fire questions. And basically, I'm going to ask you 10 questions.
All right.
And you're just going to answer them off the top of your head. Like just the quickest thing you could think of, right?
All right, let's get it.
Are you ready? So check it out. Houston Energy or LA Energy?
Houston.
Yeah. Why? Nah, I'm right. This is a rapid fire question. I'm asking why. I got offended immediately.
Yo, that's crazy. My Houston guys, like my people out there, they would like low key like it'll be war if I damn near win.
Okay. Respect. Indie, she said facts. Indie rock or hip hop?
Hip hop.
Ooh. Oh, really?
Hip hop.
Okay.
Hip hop.
Back to the
roots.
roots.
Always.
Oh, yeah. Nice. I forgot about this. We got this sound here. Nice. Okay. Do you believe aliens exist and why?
I don't care. And I don't care because like
what does it do?
Yeah, if they did, what? So then what?
I mean, then it's like, yo, there's interplanetary travel.
I think that we all should look at each other like that. Like they're probably just as scared of us.
Okay. Do you think it's fate or free will?
Do I think it's fate or free will? Damn. Ooh. Because I feel like it's I think it's free will.
Free will? Okay. So you don't believe in destiny? This is my soulmate. This is my path. You don't believe it either?
I think
or you're just saying for him?
I think that you. I think we choose, but yeah. I think we just choose. I think we're playing a game. Like I think we're just playing. Like it's like Monopoly. Like we're playing the game.
So how do you explain coincidences though? Like when you're there and then you meet this person, this
something
for this.
happens. I think
you
like
think that's fate.
No, I think like you've built coincidence. Like it's. I think like because of like maybe your choice or somebody else's choice, whatever, you end up building a coincidental moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that fate doesn't exist. I'm just saying like in bits.
Okay.
Do the choice.
Okay. Smooth. Do you wait? This is random, completely left turn. But what's Floyd's thoughts on the Epstein files? Like, what do you think about that?
I think that if you're waiting for the Epstein files to make you feel how you feel about one person, we should look into your background. Yeah. You shouldn't just make a decision. How do you feel about this person?
Yeah.
Just make a decision on your own and then like live with it.
Keep going. Yeah. You don't need this to tell you how to feel about that.
Why? What's that gonna
Yo,
do?
I didn't expect that. That was a good answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Quit one forever. Guitar or vocals?
Vocals.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa, I didn't expect that.
Yeah. What? I can still like get my message across. I can still write. You didn't say nothing about this. So I can still write my thought, pass it again to a singer, but I can never stop playing the guitar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is pain necessary for great art?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think so. There's no way around it.
What's something you changed your mind about recently?
What's something that I changed my mind? That I wouldn't live in New York.
Oh, so now you're thinking about, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, smooth.
Where y'all heard it first.
And what's one truth people aren't ready to hear?
That they're the problem.
Oh.
Like they are the problem. We are. Like
yeah.
we're the problem. Yeah. So stop pointing fingers.
Yeah. Are you an overthinker or impulsive?
Over. And I'm an impulsive shopper. I'm
Okay.
an overthinker, but I'm an impulsive shopper. Oh, yeah.
Wait, that sounds like a bar, though.
Yeah.
Like, I could hear that, like, a beat around that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
an overthinker and an impulsive shopper.
Yes,
That's
sir.
hard. That's hard. Okay, smooth. Hey, and then last thing I want to touch on, because you said you're working on a musical?
Yes.
What does that even mean, bro?
So, like, you seen High School Musical?
Yeah.
All right.
That's what it,
Boom.
like,
We gotta start there. Like, what is High School Musical? High School Musical is, it's like a story, like an acting story or whatever, broken with like music parts. You know what I mean? So like, that's like low key what we did with the project. Created a storyline, a narrative, and really a script, a whole fucking script. Like literally, I got the files, man. While I had my tour in Achilles, that's all I was doing was waking up, sitting up every day, just refining this script and stuff, and then like segueing it to the music and stuff like that. So it's like you're going from a scene straight into like a performance and shit like that. So when I finally looked at it, that wasn't my intention to like create a musical. I was just like trying to like, because my Achilles was torn, I was just trying to shoot like all the content. Like I was like, fuck it, instead of I can't do a bunch of videos, I just need to shoot all this content like in one fucking day. And we did it all at my crib because I wasn't very mobile and everything. So I had to kind of like switch like just my ideas and stuff. So I was like, let me just do this in one day. So we literally shot like the entire, it's like just under 10 minutes of storyline, and each song that's in the project, like all sequenced and stuff like that, like very beautifully, and just touching on different things that I felt like mattered in between. So once like it was done and packaged, I was like, this is a musical, because I kept calling it a film.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is actually a musical.
musical.
Like, this is a fucking musical. So, you know, it's like a hood musical like that. You know what I mean? Still brought to you from the same people from High School Musical, though. You know what I'm saying?
There we go. So. Hey, we're excited to see it, man. And there you have it, man. Mr. Floyd Zion. Thank you for coming on today, man.
Thank you, man.
That was fire.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
Signing out.